house sits on a rock outcropping above Webb Peak, overlooking the Jack Nicklaus 18-hole championship golf course here in Cordillera. The house has views, 360-degree views of the Sawatch Range, the Gore Range, Adams Rib, Castle Peak, and when I drive up here, I feel like I'm at the top of the world. Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to my home. Well, the home is massive. It's a very massive home. It was designed to replicate the National Park lodges, and so the architecture is parkitecture. And there are logs 36 inches around. I had fun this Christmas playing hide and seek with my grandchild Caleb, who could hide. We could hide on either side of the logs. They're so large. Even though the house has very massive logs, a lot of stonework and log siding inside of the home, it has a very warm feel. The home is over 12,000 square feet. There are 3 master suites. There are 9 fireplaces inside the home and a fireplace and a fire pit outside. There's a waterfall and stream that runs through the backyard. When you walk in the front door, the first thing you see is the view of the Sawatch and the New York Mountain. And the whole room was designed to capture that view specifically, and it's right there. This is our great room, and this is where we live and entertain. There are more intimate settings in the house. The library is very intimate and quiet, but this is the room that we entertain in, and we watch TV at night, and we sit and look at the view. The room is 30 feet tall with a fireplace that extends to the peak. As you go down the hall, you'll pass through the formal dining room, and at the end of the hallway is a wonderful cave that holds our wine collection. And it was designed to represent old ancient caves, wine caves in Europe. And it's totally surrounded in stone with little stone niches to hold the wine. And as you go around the corner, you go into the kitchen, which is the second highest room in the house. It's 26 feet tall, and the cabinets reflect the height of the kitchen. It's a large kitchen. I love to cook. So there's a French stove. It's a Lecanche. It came from France and is set for high altitude cooking. And it's large because no matter where you want to entertain, your company always ends up in your kitchen. So it's a large kitchen, but off the kitchen is an intimate setting for the breakfast room, and the ceilings in there again are log and 19 feet tall, and it has its own fireplace. Well, the stairway in the great room is a log stairway in keeping with the massive logs in the great room. But we did something a little unique with the staircase. The newel post was so large that we decided to scale it down a little bit, and we found this wonderful craftsman who came in, and we have 2 bear cubs climbing the newel post to get to a pot of honey, a beehive with honey. And so that was just kind of a whimsy, fun thing to do with it. And in the kitchen, the back staircase, my grandmother had a back staircase in her kitchen, and I've always wanted one. So when I was able to help design this house, we did that. And the newel posts in the kitchen are replicas of an antique newel post that I found in a store in the Chicago area when we lived there. Many of the rooms in the home are themed, and when you look, if you look carefully, you'll see that the accessories are all done to represent a particular theme for each room. If you go into the library, it houses my husband's collection of Native American artifacts, and so the chandeliers all have arrows in them, and there's an arrow design on the floor and the woodworking in the outside the bar. In the next bedroom, that carried through the Native American theme, and there are arrowheads for the poles, for the drawers, and the chandelier in there is a custom designed chandelier with Native Americans. The second guest bedroom faces the only original view of the original aspen stand, and so the aspen are the theme there, and the fireplace has aspen branches encircling it. The window in the second master guest bathroom is a stained glass window done to represent the aspen and the wildflowers that you see here in Colorado. Upstairs is the third master guest room, and pine cones are the theme there, something that you'll see all over Colorado. And as it happened, my daughter's furniture was all antique pine. So the architect and the builder and I started calling this area of the house, which is a living room, a guest room, a bunkhouse, and 2 baths, Pine World. So when I went to decorate it, it was pretty obvious that pine cones had to be the theme. So you'll see pine cones in the fireplace and on the drawer pulls and in the tile in the bathroom and just about everywhere you look. Because the house is on a rock outcropping, there is no basement, but there is a second level, and because you get to go up, you get even more stupendous views outside the second store. Every bedroom has either a patio or a balcony that looks out on one of the mountain ranges, the Gore or the Sawatch. Well, one of the things I like best about living here is the quiet. It's just absolutely awesome. I sit outside and I've had a hawk fly over and you can hear the sound of his wings in the air because everything is so quiet. You're so removed. And yet at the same time, Cordillera is just a fabulous community. We have so much going on here. There's bridge and poker and obviously golf and snowshoeing, and we have a ski club. So the community you have a real sense of community living here. You truly have neighbors and friends. But here at the summit, you also have quiet and space. The home is surrounded by perennial gardens. And in fact, the house was the Betty Ford Alpine Garden of the Year for Cordillera in 2007. So I really enjoy being out there. And in Colorado, when you add water and Mother Nature supplies the sun, you have beautiful, beautiful gardens. Well, I'm a detail-oriented person, so I spend a lot of time thinking about the detail. So I studied the architecture. So when you look carefully, you'll see details followed through in all the designs of each of the rooms. Because the house sits on top of a bluff, I get sun all day long, which makes it really wonderful to be here at the top and to have sun well into the evening. And probably one of our favorite things to do is there's no light pollution at 9,200 feet. So you can go outside and the house sits under the Milky Way. And it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome to be able to go outside in the hot tub and look up and see the Milky Way above your head, like a ribbon in the sky.